All right, for all you young wizards out there, if you want to get to the footage from the new video, go to about 5 minutes. If not, hang on to your hats. 9 years ago, our young wizard... Yes?
He's not young.
That's no problem. We make exceptions for wizards that may not get the opportunity to start at the age we would have liked.
He's 50 years old.
50?
He's also not a wizard.
I don't think he can even be allowed to come on the grounds of Hogwarts at 50. Well, what is he?
I don't really know. Just keep going.
Oh, wait. I was expecting a new groundskeeper today. He must be Haggard, the groundskeeper. Welcome. Hi, folks. Aaron with Passing Through Productions back with you. I'm here. Lori's here.
Hey, y'all.
And we're going to get into it. Adam doing the Harry Potter tour. Many of us said this was going to happen. I know a lot of people are saying, well, he's just a fair weather fan for Harry Potter too. Yes, but we at least have footage of that. We can know that his knowledge of Harry Potter, especially over a long period of time, is null. But there is some in the last 3 or 4 years when he was trying to impress Daphne. That's his only reason for getting into the Harry Potter fandom, was to impress Daphne. That's it. So to go back to the beginning of his Harry Potter fandom, we need to go back almost 9 years.
This is all a totally mind-blowing experience for me. I do not know what I am witnessing and looking at. This is all totally new to me. I am looking upon this with fresh, newbie eyes.
I think we've all forgotten how bad Adam's footage was back in the day. This is 9 years ago almost. He knows nothing about Harry Potter, down to what Harry Potter even looks like.
Awesome. Is that Harry Potter? Is that Harry Potter himself right there?
That doesn't even remotely look like Harry Potter, B.S. Rowling. And you would know that just by having occasionally maybe seen the DVD cover. That's either Ron, one of his brothers. It's not Harry Potter.
Wow, I did not know we were going to be graced with people dressed up as the characters. Cosplay, I guess they call it. Okay, you're being summoning over. Now, is that Harry Potter himself summoning you over?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Even all the magic that the trackers could muster couldn't help Muggle Adam. But what about 2022? May, to be exact. Was any better then? 2022 Adam was full of exuberance, youth, and vigor. 47 years young.
I've been in here about 20, 30 times or more. Never knew what I was looking at.
30 times? In a row?
So am I considered a first year or second year? But I'm kind of, because I have an annual pass, I considered a second year.
Ah, yes. Even then he knew the art of the flex.
Oh, I am in. Now I recognize this so much more than before. Before I was like, what the heck is 9 3/4? Hello there. This is my first time here in the wizarding world.
Hogsmeade, it's nice to see you.
There's a hero. If you look at...
No time for singing this time.
All right.
Wow, it's not everybody that cares enough to have a picture of their house elf on their shirt.
The house elf? This is Dobby. He's now free.
Oh, I didn't realize. His owner must have given him some clothes. That's awfully nice of him. On a hot day like today, I do recommend trying the frozen butterbeer.
Now that is camera presence, and I'm glad he was there to keep an eye on Daphne. Can't trust the woo.
Doctor.
Sir, enjoy your time in Hogsmeade.
And I picked up this pin, put it on my lanyard. Ravenclaw.
Which brings us to present day Adam's London adventures. Not bad, Not great, but something different.
And he's done with your comments, folks. He wants no criticism of any kind, not even helpful comments. He doesn't want it. You either praise him or you state things that are in London without any pressure on him whatsoever. This trip is for Adam. It's a video diary, and I wish more Woovians would wake up to the fact that you play no role in these videos. He cannot stand you.
Looking at this sculpture of Harry Potter. It's going to be a very Harry Potter filled day. Starting off here, going to take the underground, the public transit tubes, if you will.
Well, if you're British, you won't. And I guess at this point, he's just rattling all of our cages.
I asked one of the staff here, said that the Piccadilly line takes me right to King Cross.
He's still bothering the poor staff? I thought he downloaded the app.
I also learned to stand on the right on the escalator because everyone walks on the left.
Would have thought that would have been pretty self-explanatory the first time, but I know the people are glad that you finally learned that.
I have to go to King's Cross.
You know he's glad he had something easy like King's Cross.
It's Friday, TGIF, January 24th, 2025.
The TGIF stuff. No days, months, weeks, years, none of it matters to you, Adam.
And the platform 9 3/4. This is the freaking line to get a picture with the cart going through the wall. Oh my Lord. How much of this is going to be shown on the tour, but goodness gracious, I doubt my tour group's going to be waiting in this line.
So Adam's social anxiety kicks in and he gives us an update of how we've got to this point. He's still sporting Ravenclaw. He feels like it's the house he most identifies with. Okay. And he's excited for the tour later today. In fact, he may have dived back into the movies.
Granted, after recently rewatching the films again before I left, all 8 movies, I feel like I could be applied to any of the houses, just like the characters in the movies.
Just like Adam could have ended up anywhere in retail, but the feed store was his true home.
Watch them all again, as stated. Love those movies. Have been to Wizarding World in California. Have been to Wizarding World and Diagon Alley in Florida years ago.
Wait, why was the Florida location years ago? Oh.
I love this look on Adam's face. He looks like the London pimp just told him that he could pay in DVC points.
Join me, shall you? And just kind of do a little bit of looking around. Now, out of the 8 films, I have a few that are my favorites. I think the first one is just so innocent and pure and just really good. And one thing about the movies, they get darker as it goes on. But the first one is really untouchable as far as just good vibes and makes you get those good feelings inside.
Kind of a weird take. The first Harry Potter film, for most people, is one of the weaker, if not the weakest of the series. Very much for smaller children. That's who Chris Columbus, the director, who was also the director of Home Alone, that's why he did it, was for his children. And it's kind of odd that Adam likes that the best.
Yeah, I agree. The first 2 were very childish and definitely my least favorite ones.
Very, very dramatic, but I think of the 3, and probably Half-Blood Prince. I think the last time watching through them, I think that movie, I think right now, personally,
I think he may have mentioned every movie except maybe The Prisoner of Azkaban. So he likes them all, I guess. We had to edit that down pretty significantly.
Also, Dumbledore in the first 2. I think my favorite Dumbledore is in the first 2 films. He passed away, and then another actor came in and did all the other ones. He's great too.
The names that pop culture legend Adam the Woo is looking for is the great Richard Harris and the great Michael Gambon. Both passed away and both excellent in the role. I guess the cue line for the photo op is too much for Adam, but don't worry, he did get a souvenir.
Little platform 9 3/4 King's Cross London magnet that I can put on my...
That you can put on your black cabinet at home. Yes, we get it.
It's all 8 of them are great. Like, there's not one dud in the whole group. It's tough to say that about a lot of franchises.
Wait, so he likes all of them now?
It would seem that way. The Woo is a Harry Potter fan. Don't you forget it. And folks, much like Adam, we're barely even mentioning the fact that this is London because Adam has made this anywhere and boring as he can do any place like nobody else.
Beverage achieved from the spot, the Black Sheep Coffee.
Appropriate, considering he's the black sheep of the family.
I just met my guide, waiting on a couple more people to show up. He said there's a total of only 5 people. He said he likes to go with small groups. I'm not sure if everyone's going to show up, but the absolute most that's going to be on this tour is 5 people.
And this is how Adam likes it. And I'm sure there's going to be a time or two where he's going to mention how exclusive this tour is and how much better than all the other tours that this one is.
All right, our guide's name is Ruben, and he's got a little video clipboard with him too to show us the scenes, which is kind of a nice touch.
Wait, is he talking about the guy's iPad? A video clipboard? Really?
4 and 5 platform was where the 9 3/4 was. And because they have certain areas blocked off because of some storms that are and the trains are going to, can't go in that particular section. So moving on. Well, the rest of the group is in the store. That was the other spot. My guide said, oh, if you want to, run over, scan in like you're going to take the train.
Yeah, I think the tour guide was just trying to get rid of Adam for a little bit.
I was looking at the clips. Harry was like right here. Of course, it was daylight outside.
Well, unlike you, Adam, Harry didn't start his day at nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is the general area, which is pretty dang awesome. All right, I'm going to scan out and meet up with the group again. Not the real spot of the location, but I kind of saw the general area.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. Is he saying he didn't see the spot at all? The guide told him, no, you weren't in the right spot. But Adam's still happy with what he saw?
I guess. You know, that's very reminiscent of when he just decided that he'd found the location of the Mosquito Coast in Belize.
Bucket list down.
Yeah, the guide was saying sometimes this line is to be 5 hours long in the summer. It's 3 hours now. Taking the underground now to some other spots.
We are going to see a lot of London. This is going to be Adam's home away from home, his European base of operations. I'm sorry, England.
This is the...
Oh, wow. I was having flashbacks. The only time Adam looks up like this is when he's admiring himself in bed.
The leaky cauldron that is going to be
Leaky cauldron.
right there. I think they hate
It's like a
Harry
coffee
Potter
place.
because there is a
It just wouldn't be an Adam tour if he wasn't talking over the tour guide.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's the door.
Ah, the search for the thumbnail. And maybe a quick clip for Daphne. You're too nice to him, girl.
Now that is so freaking cool. That is so cool.
So remember, folks, this is him talking to himself. This is not for the Woovians, not for their edification, for him to remember later. He's telling himself this.
So evidently after filming on top of the roof, they went over here and had a few drinks.
This is fine, but he's just filming a walking tour, and this is all that he did today.
Dirty Lane. Say back in the day when prostitution was legal here, that's why they got this nickname. Not Harry Potter related. A fun fact.
Yeah, I bet that would be a fun fact for Adam. Now I know what he's been doing with the rest of his time.
This pub is one of the few buildings that survived the Great Fire. So it dated back to the 1600s. This building right here. It's interesting he's adding in some non-Harry Potter stuff, which is kind of fascinating.
So, hint, Adam, you can talk about multiple things.
Also, this is a very lengthy tour. I think in total it's going to be about 3.5 hours.
Well, that's the good thing, Adam. You have time. Your lady of the night, she's currently with client 6 through 14. So you got plenty of time.
Said that he really loves the movie so much he wants to go into details and show some spots that the other tours don't show.
Oh, cool. This is one of those things that only this tour shows. What is it?
here to London.
It's an ashtray.
Oh, great. I take back everything I said.
It's a very unique looking bridge.
To like these videos now, 90% of your reason for watching has to be Adam. And that may seem like, well, duh. If you're watching an Adam video, you like Adam. Still, you can like a creator or can like a creator okay, but still be captivated and mystified by their subject matter. You're never going to get that from Adam. 90% of it is going to come from him. That's why Woovians can see the Tower of London video and hold it in the same esteem as him going down the road in the clown car on 192. It's all the same thing. He's not going to get better. He's not going to attempt to say the names of things correctly. He'll do what he's doing now. He just won't say them at all. Won't mention the times that he's going out. But he will continue to tell us how jet lagged he is. And you know we're going to hear that for weeks.
He was also saying, it was used in one of the other Potter movies, the staircase that they're climbing up and down. The Prisoner of Azkaban.
I'm pretty sure it's Azkaban, and that may be why he just called it Prisoner earlier.
Which almost looks like a Capitol building, right? And they also use the same inside of it and the same staircase in one of the sequels to Mission Impossible.
So I get it. It's a Harry Potter tour. And I get it. You're an American in England. You're not necessarily going to know everything, especially when history is a bore to Adam for the most part. But this is St. Paul's Cathedral. That structure has been here since 1710. The original structure was on this site from the 600s. It's the tallest point in London. It's a very important building too. That looks like a Capitol building. And Tom Cruise ran around it. What the heck was that about?
So I took a picture of me here. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament, telephone box.
One of the centers of culture and civilization in the entire world. And that's Adam's takeaway.
I love that scene where they get flushed down the toilet. So they built the toilets in the middle of the road?
Yeah, I mean,
The
I
set.
think with computer.
Okay.
Of course, I think so. Because I don't think they...
Come on, dude, don't ruin the movie magic for Adam.
That's pretty neat. Ministry of Magic back there. The whole time I've had the Harry Potter soundtrack in my head.
Well, only when not thinking of the Beatles, right? And occasionally Green Day. So the Beatles, Green Day, Harry Potter soundtrack. Nothing other than that, right?
All right, we're walking now. He's taking us over to an alley that was the inspiration. He said Rowling used it as the inspiration for Nocturne Alley, which is a little more of an evil, sleazy alley than Diagon.
You can see Adam's interest has been piqued. A sleazy alley? Let him through.
Look at this.
So, welcome to this really fun alley. This is the inspiration for Nocturne Alley. This alley is from the 16th century. So, the Brennan used to work near Trafalgar Square.
So through most of the video, Adam has tried to take in all the info he can and then regurgitate it off away from the tour group back to the audience. And now he's just decided, you know what? I'm just going to record the tour and look at the alleyway.
He was also saying that JK used the initials JK. That way they wouldn't know the original writings were a man or a woman. She used to live on Service, a name called Service, which ended up being the character Snape's first name.
So I based some of this on the fact the accent of the tour guide. The tour guide is clearly of Indian descent or somewhere in that general part of the world. That could be some of this. But you would think, Lori just pointed this out, if Adam had just binged watched all this stuff, he would know this. So it's not Service Road because his name is not Service Snape. It's Severus Snape and was Severus Road. So some good information. And again, he's trying to hear it and then put it on camera. I get it, but I thought he was the ultimate Harry Potter fan.
Sequel from 2018 to Mary Poppins. They filmed right here in this alley, one scene. A real life alley inspiration.
Why does he keep doing jazz hands?
It's not jazz hands. It's magic jazz hands.
Looks just like it. Realize it, but right over near where the Harry Potter sculpture is where the movie theater, where all 8 of the premieres took place, and the red carpet was right here along this little walkway here, where the guy riding the bike is going past, right there. He's walking us over here. I kind of recognize this with a scene with Hermione walking through here. I think Hermione and Harry perhaps walking through here, if I remember correctly. The scene where they're walking, you see the cinema sign. So if you look up where the cinema sign is, the 3 of them, it's Ron, Harry, and Hermione. And you can even see these right here. As they're...
Why does he keep saying Hermione? How do you get so many things wrong?
Piccadilly as well, and the tour just ended. I gotta say, the tour was really good. Highly recommend it. I thought about just doing some of the locations myself, but I figured it'd be good to have a guide.
I think that's wise. I think Adam would have gotten even more wrong, and he probably wouldn't have left the sleazy alley. He would be there as we speak, minus his wallet probably.
And I recommend it. The name of his tour, I guess he just kind of started it within the last couple of years, is the most complete and exclusive Harry Potter tour in London. That's the name of his company. 3.5 hours. And I think it was about $25. And I don't know if that was US money or if it was pounds. It was around $30, I think, probably. See, 25 US to be 30 pounds. Either way, about $30, give or take.
That's not quite right. You need to flip that back around, Adam. And just when you had become so good at telling us the conversion in currencies.
Yes, but how much would it be in Belize dollars?
The jet lag would never let him answer that.
Maybe Hermione and Ron, but they had a whole cast of characters in there, which is pretty neat to see.
You know, of all the cast of characters, you know, that he was describing that was in the store, I guarantee you there's one character that they didn't have. Hermione. There is no Hermione.
Also, all of London, at least the areas I've walked around, just give me that Harry Potter vibe. Everyone dressed in like their jackets and their scarves. Just feels like I'm just walking around a Harry Potter movie at all times, which kind of makes sense because this is where J.K. lived and wrote the books, etc.
You know, Adam sat there for several seconds, a good 15 seconds, saying nothing. He was trying to end the video, couldn't end the video, and then talks about how this is just a Harry Potter world that he's walking around in. Because Londoners are wearing coats and scarves, that they're out of the movie Harry Potter. There is so much about this city that he knows nothing about. The diversity of this city, unlike any other part of England. You don't get a sense of what a day is like for people because all Adam's videos have started in the afternoon and within moments it's dark. That's fine. He's still done some good videos. But Adam lives in this altered state of reality where everything is a backlot tour. Everything is a filming location. Everything is this piece of nostalgia. And it's not healthy. And it's caused him to have no real friends in his life. He has people, I think, that are kind to him, and that's great. He has some family. That's awesome, too. But at some point, people are going to have an intervention. At some point, the money's going to run out. Not anytime soon. He's cracked the code in which he can continue to pump out these video diaries that are for him and only him. And it gives him enough to enjoy a very comfortable living. And I'm proud. That's a capitalist system. It's a capitalist model. He went out and made something from nothing. But these videos, To me, they're a cry for help. And the Woovians just keep right on praising. And anybody that tries to bring him back to reality, he lashes out at. Thanks, everybody. That's kind of where we are. Lori, did you have anything else to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Well, I'm Aaron. This is Passing Through Productions.
Thanks for passing through.
Have a great one, everybody. And we want to give a shout out to our members. I Am Always John, Roy, Wally and Tony, Amy, and Sonic More Music. We appreciate you all.
And thanks for passing through with us.
And don't let that jet lag get you. I hear it's rough.